Now to our top story tonight at 6. An earthquake in New Jersey felt all across the Northeast, including right here in Rhode Island. It happened around 10:30 this morning. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm John DeLuca. Now, it was one of the strongest quakes in that area in more than 200 years. ABC 6 News reporter Josh Kerman joins us now live in the newsroom to break it down and explain exactly how rare this was. Josh.
John, it's been a minute. The last time an earthquake of this magnitude hit New Jersey, it was the 1700s, the middle of the Revolutionary War. And while events like this happen, it's definitely rare to feel it all the way up here in Providence. The earthquake registered as a 4.8, which falls in the light category on the Richter scale, used to measure seismic events. That light range is usually something you could feel, but wouldn't cause any severe damage to buildings or structures, which lines up with current reports.
It's not nothing, but it's not terribly tiny. It doesn't happen very often, but it's of course not surprising. We've had, especially here in Rhode Island, I have definitely felt my share of earthquakes. Being here, I felt a handful of them, and of course, every time one of these smaller earthquakes occur, I get called.
Here in Rhode Island, it was a mixed bag on feeling the impact, with residents sending in a range of experiences on our now local news app.
Felt a little bit of the building shake here in Attleboro.
And it was crazy because right after it happened, I didn't really feel anything, but she tried to call me and the phone didn't go through, and I tried to call her and it was out of service.
Checking in to see if I'm the only one who just felt that earthquake happen.
I did not feel it, but my son lives in New York, and luckily he's okay. He said he didn't feel it either.
So what should you do when you feel an earthquake? Experts recommend taking shelter, covering your head and neck, and staying on the ground.
Earthquakes can sort of happen unexpectedly, as we learned today. My biggest recommendation that I always tell people is, prepare for the next event. So I always like to identify things that might fall during shaking. I always try to imagine if I'm in my room, if I pick it up, shake it up and down, side to side, what can fall and injure me?
And just like Lynch said, if you feel an earthquake, you should stay on the ground to avoid being knocked off your feet and stay at a safe, sturdy place like a table or a desk. In the newsroom, Josh Kerman, ABC 6 News.